have returned once again to actually deliver a stream of Golden Kamuy, the manga series. We're good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So yes, actually have returned actually cover. I actually can't do that on my neck. Wow, that's actually I was like, wow, that's actually quite tight. I could do that before, having all those headphones. So yes, actually have returned actually cover chapter 197 of Golden Kamuy, where we left off last time on 196. Ogata might in theory be saved, not for the more kind of conventional reasons, and also as well actually kind of ended on the fact of him smiling, which leads me to believe there's something more going on with him. Like it's just something he's gonna do, like possibly might in theory kind of like impede the whole entire group in some way, because let's face it, that's what he does perfectly. So that's kind of it's his thing of kind of like doing something that's actually not very good for the actual whole entire group. To wait and see, as they say, and see what doesn't really happen. I'm really kind of scared because it's kind of like at this point it's like he's on his last warning at this point. Like if he does anything, I'm pretty damn sure he'll die. And I generally think he wants that as well. That's the problem. So he's gonna do everything in his power to actually piss everyone else off. I can already tell. So I'm very scared, to say the least. Right. So it's actually important to actually go live. So we've gone live for chapter 197 of Golden Kamuy. And with that, I believe, as I say all the time on these streams, we are good to go. But are we, though? On that front, yes, we certainly are. On this front, are we? We actually are really good to go. Holy crap, it's actually good to go in every single place. I'm actually so ready for this, to be honest. I've been waiting all week to actually find out what happens here, because I've been hearing it's a doozy of a chapter. I've only heard like the rumblings of, oh my god. That's all I've actually heard, because I've been like avoiding everything about this whole entire chapter. I'm avoiding this chapter like the whole thing with Avengers, like just avoiding every single spoiler possible. It's been working out pretty well so far. Anyway, it's actually beginning chapter 197, Pampered Brat, which is actually such a great title. I love that title as well. Oh man, that is good. So open. I did all that I could, but his breathing and blood pressure are getting weaker. I doubt he'll last until tomorrow morning. He says he's gonna die soon. I mean, I don't think so. He's Ogata, he can't die. He's impervious to death. He's the boy. He's like the boy. What should we do? Wait. Sugimoto? I'm going to ask him if there's any way to, I'm going to ask him if there's any way Ogata can be saved. Oh man, I love him. I love him so much. He's like the most slyest character ever. He's like, I'm gonna die. Nah, fam, you're gonna die. I'm like, there you go. There you go. It's so good. I love him. Ogata escaped. Asidapa. Ogata escaped. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, good point. Go around back. Shirashi and Taniguchi, go that way. He can't have gone far. Asidapa, don't leave my side. Are you okay? Hold on. I love that his pupils I love his pupils are like a cat as well. At least he was gonna mercy kill him. At least that's kind of that's the thing with Sugimoto. At least he was gonna mercy kill him. He wasn't. But I mean, though, would he kill him though? That's the question, because I kind of imagine he wouldn't do it because he's got too many answers that we still need. Sugimoto actually killing him off would be kind of pointless, because there's too many things he knows that we don't, or that he doesn't know that he needs to know, that we might later on find out he actually doesn't fully know, because that's him. Hmm? I'll stab her. Knock that man down. Okay, one question I'd ask: Did Olgato always know Russian? I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary, but I'm just saying, did he always know Russian this whole entire time? Pampered little rich boy. Unless something's actually happened. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I could have sworn, did they ever mention anything beforehand about him knowing Russian? Unless he got hit in the head and actually it's completely changed him. Unless it's actually happened as well, we don't know. That could be another actual kind of theory that he might have actually completely changed character. Has that happened before to people? I'm trying to remember. Like the ability to actually get hit so hard that you actually do for change personality completely. Wow, what's that? It's the second son of the Koito family, the pampered rich brat, Kagoshima. Koito Otonoshin, age 14. Ah, oh, I'm sorry, are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I was at fault too for stepping out so suddenly. I never imagined something like that would come flying at me. It's an interesting vehicle. Is it yours? My father got it from an acquaintance of his in France. The Dion Bouton. Is it okay for you to be out driving around? Bleh. Is it okay for you to be out driving it around then? Won't he scold you? No, he won't. I see. By the way, do you know how I can get to the grave of Saigo Takamori? You're here for sightseeing? They make up for hitting you by showing you where it is. It's slow going uphill. It's slow going uphill on this. A horse will be faster, but horses can't run downhill on steep slopes. So this is faster on the way back. That's Saigo's grave. Thanks for your help. What am I imagining? This is actually probably going to be Surumi. It's a good view from up here, so let's eat these together. This is Suki Sapu Anpan. What's Suki Sapu? It's the name of the area where these anpan were made. What are some delicious foods in Kagoshima? Sakurajima daikon, I guess. Whose grave is that? It's my older brother's. He had pale skin like our mother. I make fun of him and call him Sakurajima daikon. We never got angry even once. He was a really kind older brother. I should have been the one that died. Why don't you tell me about it? Ah! Hello! I knew it. I was like, it's gotta be Surumi. He always appears in everyone's backstory. Like, he's the backstory man. He literally is everywhere. It's just, he's literally the boy. I was thinking from the beginning, I was like, that's gotta be Surumi. Like, there's no way in hell it could be anyone else. He's everywhere. He's like, he exists in everyone's timeline at this point. He's in everyone's timeline. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to actually find out something else about a character and just Surumi's just standing there at the corner. Oh, really? Weren't people actually mentioning that Yusaku was actually also there was a theory going around that wasn't Yusaku meant to was it my thinking of another character? Was everyone's theorizing that it was Ogata's brother as well? I'm trying to remember. Am I missing the character off the top of my head? There was a theory going around that someone else is actually Ogata's brother as well. How he didn't actually die and actually came back as someone else. I don't remember who it was. I couldn't remember if Yusaku was someone else. So there are those that know how to manipulate people to their will. We call them devils. 197 end. So Kagoshima is prefecture in the city in the southern Japan on the island of Kyushu. The prefecture is located in what was once the domains of Osumi and Satsuma. The mountain in the background is Sakurajima, an active volcano. De Dion Bouton. The De Dion Bouton, or the De Dion Bouton tricycle, was a pioneer motor vehicle that saw great popularity in Europe and was in production from 1897 to 1905. It was designed by the French automobile manufacturer De Dion Bouton. They attempted an internal combustion engine after they decided to transition away from steam engines. Ah, that's it. I was right then. I could have sworn I remember reading on Twitter people were saying that apparently Yusaku was actually Ogata's brother. Which I thought kind of made some plausible sense. How Ogata didn't actually kind of kill him and he completely came out as a different character. Which makes me believe that Ogata has the exact same thing. That he's changed completely because of the way he's actually kind of been hit. I don't know, because it kind of sort of makes sense in a way, if you get what I mean, if he's completely changed the person. Because it makes sense to why he knows Russian all of a sudden as well, because he's never spoke Russian beforehand. That's why I was kind of like, huh. That's what I thought. Did we actually kind of, did we ever find out beforehand he ever spoke Russian? That's why I was actually really surprised. So Saigo Takamori. Saigo was mentioned back in chapter 178 by the then undercover Surumi himself as one of the three great nobles of the Meiji Restoration. Of the Restoration, he led the Satsuma Rebellion in 1877 and was killed. He was buried in Nanshu Cemetery along with over 2,000 men who fought alongside him in the rebellion. Suki Sapu and Suki Sapu Anpan. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, both do make sense. That's the problem. So it's kind of one of those things that if it ever does in theory happen, it's kind of surprising because both of them do in theory make sense to be either brother. So I guess people kind of drew parallels towards Ogata and Yusaku because the fact is, possibly maybe he shot him in the head and actually it completely changed him as a person. We just don't know. Because again, it's happened to Sugimoto as well because we've got the unkept rage within him as well. So it's one of those things you just don't know. Sukisapu is a residential area in Sapporo, Hokkaido. Up until 1943 it was called Sukisapu based on the Ainu place name Sukesap, downhill slope near the hill. After 1943, the name was changed to its modern name, Sukisamu. It's 25th infantry. I can't say that word correctly. Infantry regiment. There we go. Infantry. That's what I was looking for. The Japanese army was stationed in this area. An enterprising businessman named Onuma Jinzaburo decided to sell his own version of anpan, bread rolls filled with sweet red bean paste, to the soldiers. Unlike typical anpan, which uses bread as a wrapper, he used a pastry crust that was heavy on eggs and light on water, somewhat close to Chinese mooncake. Business boomed, and this was the beginning of the Sukisapu, or Sukisamu anpan. Sakurajima daikon. Sakurajima daikon is a cultivar of the Japanese daikon radish, and it is the largest radish variety in the world. The heaviest Sakurajima daikon entered in a contest to find the largest in the world, weighed in at 31.25 kilograms, about 68 pounds. According to the records, the Sakurajima daikon has been cultivated since at least 1804. And there we go. That was the whole entire chapter. Very interesting, actually, because we kind of now are getting a little bit more about Koito. Yeah, I'm still kind of shocked he speaks Russian now. I was just like, wow, he speaks Russian. Wouldn't you know? That's what... I maintain something's happened to him. Like, he doesn't know who he is. Which makes sense, because he's actually technically lost his identity at this point, because he's lost his gun as well. So him losing who he is doesn't really make sense. So he could be a completely different character now. Yeah, that's the thing. You just don't know. Or is it just the fact he's completely changed? Like, I don't know. That's the thing. There's so much going on there. It's so like sudden. Like, what the hell? How? What? You kind of think to yourself, what could it mean? Could it mean that he in theory does know Russian this whole entire time? He's a Russian sleeper agent. We don't know. Or is he has he been hit so hard that he actually has changed completely as a person? I kind of imagine I've actually seen it before happen to people. They completely change as people. It's not an amnesia kind of thing, but it's kind of like you just completely change the person. I don't know, but I swear I've heard it somewhere beforehand. Like there's things that Doom 3 have to people if they get hit so hard in a certain way, it changes their way of thinking and way of acting. So that's also the thing as well. That's the other thing. He does in 3 know Koitor, so it doesn't lean towards him not knowing. He just might know Russian just all this whole entire time. It's so weird. That's the thing, because it happens so suddenly. There's never been any mention of it beforehand. I mean, the thing with Ogata is the fact that there is connection towards him and Tsurumi, but I think at the same time, him and Tsurumi don't really have that relationship because he understands that Tsurumi is a manipulator, so he doesn't want to get manipulated by him. So I'd imagine he would actually probably act on his own rather than under Tsurumi's orders, in a way, because he didn't fully defect as well. So it's one of those things you kind of... It's a bit of a weird kind of twist, because it's kind of like, how? Okay, that's interesting. But then again, we don't really know much about his actual kind of life, so there might in theory be like this kind of secret Russian side of him. We just don't know. Or he might be a Russian agent this whole entire time. Yeah, it's such a weird twist. It's actually a very interesting twist. Like, a very kind of cool twist on the whole entire thing, but it's such a weird twist because I'm kind of like, okay? It happens so suddenly. You're like, huh, okay, that's interesting. I wonder what this whole entire thing means. But I just can't say the word. I do generally wonder what it doesn't really mean towards the whole entire plot now, because there's just way too many questions we just don't know just yet about Ogata's character. That's why Sugimoto mercy killing him made no sense, because if he didn't fully mercy kill him, then we don't know anything about him. We die not knowing what he knows. He knows something. That's the problem. He knows clearly something we don't. So him dying makes no sense. That's why kind of him escaping actually was the best kind of idea, because let's face it, he does in theory then survive, and also we might know something more about him. Now we do, because he speaks Russian apparently. Yeah, that's the thing. But also, I don't think he would have mercy killed him either. That's a problem. I don't think he would have done it, because there's way too much. Sugimoto must know he knows something as well, that he doesn't want to kill him because of that reason. That's the thing as well. I understand that he wants to do it so Sugimoto doesn't become a killer, but then he's such a valuable asset to the group because he must know something. So that's the kind of thing with his character as well. It's the fact of what does he know that we don't, or what does he know the characters don't. Yeah, it's all very kind of, it's all very interesting now. Like, we've got this whole entire massive twist that just like, huh, I wonder what this all leads to. Unless there's a whole entire thing that him, Koito, and Tsukishima actually didn't very kind of have a past together. We just don't know. That's the thing. Because it's interesting that Ogata actually knows about the whole thing with the poor little rich boy as well. That's the thing as well. Like, there's something with him and Koito that we don't know as well. So it's a whole nother, okay, what does this all mean kind of idea. Like, why would Ogata know about Koito's like kind of nickname, unless they were together at one point? We just don't know. Is the thing, because I don't think anyone in the army would actually know Koito personally to actually kind of call him that as well. So Ogata would then pick it up. So I know Ogata's actually kind of one of those people inclined to actually kind of say things against people. But again, he has to know something. He has to be a part of something with some of the characters, actually kind of lead to somewhere. What that is, I have no idea. Good point. I did say he was going to change to a positive way, and now he's actually completely changed to be... He's changed to be the complete opposite way. Yeah, I don't think Sugimoto wants to kill him. I don't I kind of maintain he knows that there's something more to his character. Because Sugimoto is one of those people who's actually very smart, that actually can understand a person in a way. So I'd imagine he knows something about him, like, in essence, that he knows something about him, that he understands that Ogata knows something that they don't, so he doesn't want to kill him to actually kind of get information out of him. He could have actually kind of just gone there, actually kind of, in a way, like, kind of got information out of him, we don't know. That's another thing he could have done. That's the whole thing with the bayonet as well. He could have gone in to actually kind of get some information out of Ogata instead of actually killing him. Who knows? That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know what's happening. It's all crazy town now, as they say. It's all crazy town. We don't know what's going on. But yeah, I mean, it's all very interesting. It's all very interesting. Let's wait and see what happens with this chapter, with the latest chapter after this point now, because goddamn, it's going to be an experience to find out what actually happens next. So yeah. I mean, that is me done for today. So as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire as a whole on Twitch, then do leave a good old follow, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, because yeah, that's the thing with his character, we just don't know. Like, there's just nothing with his character we just know at this point. It's kind of like, well, it could be that, but it could be something completely different. We just don't know. It's so confusing at this point, his character, because it's just so many things are happening with him. You're like, what does this all mean? Where's this all going? I don't know, and I'm kind of scared. So yeah, actually have enjoyed this whole entire stream on YouTube, then do indeed leave a like, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to stay a bit longer, then do indeed a sub, because indeed there's something quite a bit. If you want to stay a bit longer after that whole entire point, then do free follow me on Twitter, and also I do have a Discord as well. Both of those do free tell me where these streams go, live streams I do as well. But until next time, chapter 198, we're actually close to 200 at this point, of Golden Kamuy. See you guys later. Bye for now.